All right, we've got a good group here. Let's get going. I have been so excited for this webinar. My name is Kimball Parker, and I'm the founder of SixFifty. And I'm also the head of the AI lab at the University of Chicago Law School. And I've worked very closely with AI in both of those roles. And so what I want to tell you about is first I want to talk about what it's like for a small business doing the law, and then how AI has completely changed the law recently. So, one thing that makes running a small business so difficult is that you have to make very sophisticated, difficult legal decisions all the time. So, like, what terms should be in this agreement, or what am I allowed to ask my employees to do, or what legal language do I need on my website? And I think it's not a stretch to say that daily or at least weekly, you're making very important legal decisions. And getting those decisions wrong can have huge consequences. It's not practical to talk with an attorney every time you face a hard legal question. You would spend all of the money you make as a business owner just on legal if you did that. And so, for most small businesses, they really kind of try to do their best and look around and kind of try to figure it out on their own, but they go at it alone, which is kind of scary. If you think about what the consequences of getting those things wrong are. So but it doesn't need to be this way anymore. The law has been changed by AI. There is a new wave of just incredible AI tools that can answer legal questions that used to take lawyers hours to research. And it can create like first drafts of documents that used to take days to write. And it's been very exciting to watch this develop as a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. And also to contribute to the development of it at SixFifty in the University of Chicago. But let me tell you one thing that I have not liked about these tools and the way that it's developed is that they are only being offered to law firms and big companies. That's it. So if you walk into any big law firm or any big large technology company, the lawyers in there are using the most up-to-date, mind-blowing AI tools you could imagine. And nobody is offering those tools to small businesses. And that's why I'm excited about this partnership with Sure Payroll. We are going to bring the best in class legal AI tools to you so that you can run your small business with more confidence and sophistication. And so, we believe you shouldn't have to be a lawyer to run your small business well. You didn't start your company to do legal things all day and to talk with lawyers. We built this legal AI assistant to take that legal work off your plate so that you can do what you actually want to do. So that's what I'm going to show you today, and going to run through how that tool works, what the pricing is, how you can sign up, and then answer any questions you have. So let's jump in and get started. Here we go. All right. So first off, uh, let me just start. We are now in the app. This is the app. This is the dashboard. And I'm going to run through the different capabilities in this app. So first of all, wouldn't it be great if you had a legal question and you could just like phone an attorney at any time for no extra cost? You're just like, Greg, what's the deal with this thing here or with that thing there? And that is what we have built here. We built an AI chat that can answer any question you have about the law anywhere in the United States. So let's take a look about how this works. That's this first tile here, Ask AI. So you click this. This will give you incredible legal information about anything you want. So let's say like, what are the mechanics' lien rights in Tennessee? Mechanics lien, maybe you're a plumber, a contractor, a roofer in Tennessee, and you want to know what the mechanic lien rights rules are. What this will do, this system, we use the latest generative AI models. We layer that over this big database of legal information that we have at 650. It also kind of like searches around to other reliable sources and it checks itself as it's going to make sure that it provides the latest up-to-date, accurate information for you. And so we've like tested this tool and tweaked it, and we're very excited about the accuracy of this tool. Now, just a little disclaimer, it's still AI, so it can make mistakes. I mean, just like a human can make mistakes too. But so you'll want to kind of double check the work. But this, again, this like puts the law and really some high-powered legal insights right at your fingertips. Now, these latest models, we use the thinking models, they're called, within OpenAI. And so that model, again, it kind of checks itself. It does a lot of the verification, and here we go. So it'll take a minute to give you an answer, but then it'll give you some really great information. So it'll start kind of with a disclaimer saying, hey, we're not your attorney, but here's some really great legal information for you to know. And this will run you through in like plain language what the rules are for mechanics liens in Tennessee. And so, who has the lien rights? How can you exercise those? What does this mean for the contractors? What are the time frames of it, et cetera? This will give you like a detailed summary of what those lien rights are. Let's ask another question. Let's say like, what are the sick leave rules in Minnesota? Minnesota. Again, this is now, it's going to search our database. It's going to find some information on that. It's also going to like look and verify itself. So it's going to take a few minutes, but you can ask any question about any legal thing in the United States. Now, to like produce what I just produced about mechanic lien rights in Tennessee, that would take a lawyer hours to do, hours to put that together, and hundreds, thousands of dollars for you to get that information in that format. And this is why AI has completely changed the game. You can ask this AI, 650 AI, that question. Again, it'll leverage the information within 650 and kind of the best information outside of 650 to give you the answer you need on whatever question you have about any legal topic throughout the entire United States. So this is one of the big developments with generative AI. So here are the sick leave rules. Who are covered? Which employees have to follow these rules? Which ones are not? Which employees, get to do it? How much sick leave is provided? Can you front load it? Is the leave paid? What are the carryover rules, et cetera? This will run you through a really incredible, detailed summary about what the sick leave rules are. Now, this will even get down into local jurisdictions. So it'll say like, oh, by the way, if your employees are in Minneapolis, then there are some additional rules on top of the state rules for sick leave. So we're very excited about this tool. Again, these are the types of tools that lawyers and big companies have to research areas of the law. And we want to bring them down to you as a small business. So we're very, very excited about that. Okay, that's one capability of this thing, is that you can look up and ask questions about any area of law across the United States. Number two, this tool can help you generate the legal documents you need. Okay, so like with the law, it's not always just good enough to know what the law is. If you know what sick leave rules are in Minnesota, you may also want to generate a sick leave policy or to, incorporate that information into a contract or whatnot. And so, documents are really where the law, where the rubber hits the road with the law. And we will help you generate any document you need. So there are two ways to do this. One is that we have taken a whole bunch of like law firm quality documents off the shelf of a law firm, and we provide them to you in this tool. And these tools work kind of like TurboTax. Basically, you'll go in, you'll answer some questions, and it'll generate a document for you. So let's like browse some templates. We have documents for your employees, okay? Including like a whole set of employee handbook documents for you. You can generate the best employee handbook on the market through this tool. We have documents that maybe you'll need for your customers, late payment letters, media releases, certain different types of service contracts and whatnot. We have some documents that you may want with your partners, like partnership agreements, reseller agreements, referral agreements, equipment purchase agreements, trademark things. We have documents that you need for your website. These are super important. Your terms of use for your website and your privacy notice that you need there. We have some corporate docs for you, like running the corporate side of your business, different plans, consents, secretary certificates, and we have some legal notices. Okay, so like if you browse this list and you're like, hey, I want to create an employee handbook, you'll click Get Started. I've already cooked one up here, so this is like a cooking show. I've already prepared this a little bit, but basically you'll run through a list of questions. And so, for example, for the employee handbook, we will ask like, how many total employees do you have? Where are they located? Do they do this or that? Or what kind of policies do you want? And then when you're done, you click Generate Document. It'll apply all those answers into this law firm quality document. And boom, here is an employee handbook ready for you to go that will be customized to the states you're in, to the type of business you have, and to the employees you have. And so this is the best employee handbook on the market. This is the same employee handbook that's being deployed out to some of the biggest companies in the United States, OpenAI, everything. And we are delivering it to you, to small businesses. So we're very, very excited about that. That is the first path of how to create a document. You can browse our library and you can see, oh, okay, nice. They have an employee handbook. I want to generate that. Now, there are such unique legal situations that arise in a small business that you may have something that's not in our list of templates. There, if so, you click New Document, and you can generate the document through AI. Okay, so you can say, I need a roofing agreement for a large residential home in Memphis, Tennessee. You can add any other information you want into here, but let's just start there. You click Generate. Now it's going to give you a notice. It's going to say, all right, we are working on this document. It will take several minutes, and it will. It'll take 5 to 10 minutes sometimes to generate this document. And the AI is going to look through. We've given it specific prompts about what to do. It's also like looking at some legal information we have, and it's going to draft a law firm quality first draft for you. So, again, this is like a cooking show. I've already kind of done this, but let's jump into one of these. And actually, let's jump into the other one. Here we go. And I'll show you how this looks. First of all, we will give you a little chat box here, and this chat box will explain what it has done. So it'll say like, hey, here is the document that I've created. This is a residential roofing services agreement. And then it'll explain to you, here's some of the key terms that you should look for. Here's some important legal considerations. Here's some very critical provisions that you need to pay attention to, some deadlines to be aware of that are in here, some risks, some recommendations. And then actually you can use this chat to understand what's in the agreement. You can ask like, what happens if there's a weather delay? Like, how does this agreement treat that? And it'll say like, oh, they're entitled to this. And that's in section 4 under extensions. And again, this is a great document. This is a law firm quality first draft. Now, you'll want to read it. You'll want to read it through, make sure it applies to your business. This is not a final draft for you. I want to make that clear. This is a first draft, but this gives you an incredible starting place to generate the documents that you need to run your business. So again, you can query the AI and it'll create a document for you and give you a little guide about that document. Or you can browse our templates and kind of see what's there. Maybe there's something that you can pull off the shelf really quickly. All right, a couple other things. When you sign up, we will generate a compliance checklist for you. So we'll actually run through and ask you a few questions about your business. And then based on that information, we will generate this compliance checklist. And so we'll say like, oh, you're an LLC in Tennessee. That means that you need to file these things every year. You have these tax obligations. You have, you need to get some building permits because you're a roofer. So when you sign up, again, we'll collect some information about you. Like what kind of business are you? What are you organized as? Where are you headquartered? Where do your employees work? What kind of work do they do? And then we will generate this checklist for you. And this can basically like be your legal guide. Again, it's AI generated, so you'll want to check it, make sure that it's not saying anything that doesn't apply. But basically, this is a great starting point for you to like evaluate your business. And then again, we'll kind of give you this chat guide where you can chat with the document, you can ask questions about it. Here's that roofing agreement that we just generated. It takes a few minutes to generate. But we will provide this checklist for you right when you sign up. And so that's another benefit. Last thing that I'll tell you is that we will feed you legal updates from across the nation. So here's some kind of updates that are legal updates that are happening across the country. And then you can sort these down and be like, you know what, just show me the legal updates that are hitting for California. You can see there's a privacy law update, an employment law update. There's something about payroll tax. OSHA is changing there. There's some insurance things. And so there's this running list of legal updates. You can like set different alerts if you want, like, hey, alert me every time there's an insurance update in this state, and we'll ping you for it. You can like sign up for to have that sent through your email. And so we will also keep you up to date with the law. So that is the solution. You can ask any legal question about any legal topic across the United States. You can really generate any legal document you want, either through our templates that are there or through AI. We'll generate a legal checklist for you just right off the bat. And then we'll feed you information about what's happening with the law so that you can stay up to date. Now, let's talk about the different plans here. So switching over here, let's go to this. All right. There are 3 plans. Now, all the capabilities that I just showed you are offered for $30 a month through this partnership with SurePayroll. So we wanted to price it again, like these tools are selling into law firms for millions of dollars a year. That's not an exaggeration. We wanted to price this at a point that a small business could afford. And so it's all those legal AI capabilities for $30 a month. If you want a little more like deep catered information to employment law, if you're like, I need especially help managing employees, which is a very complicated area of law, you can upgrade to the $60 package. And that will fill you with our entire library of employment law info. You'll get additional documents. You'll get like 150 additional law firm documents in there. You'll have all the same AI capabilities too. And then finally, the $200 package provides you an HR professional. So you'll get all the legal AI, all of the employment law specific info. And then you'll also get to meet with an HR professional who he'll meet with you, scope out what your HR needs are. He's there as a resource, so you can ask questions. You can meet monthly and kind of do that. And so those are the 3 plans. And so where can you buy this? Okay, here is a QR code. You can buy it at that URL that's right there, www.sixfifty.com Sure Payroll. There you can learn more about the product. There's some information there. You can select your plan and you can check out on completely online. You could buy it today and get access to that information. And so I'm going to pause here just for a moment so that people can scan that code. You know, maybe you can visit 650.com / sure payroll. Okay, so there's been there are some, let's see, comments here. Any questions or comments here? Let's see. Is it possible to upload our current sales agreement to 650? Okay. Yes, you can upload you can upload outside documents into 650. And actually coming soon is the ability to upload documents and get them analyzed. So for those who sign up, the upload and analyze functionality will be up shortly after the new year as well. And basically, it's exactly what I described. You'll be able to upload a document. It will run an assessment on that document and kind of tell you the key terms, what are maybe some red flags on that document. We will not, so far, we won't be able to upload a document and then maintain that document, like update it, at least not yet. That's not in the feature set, but you will be able to upload a document and AI will analyze it for you in the coming months. All right. Any other? Oh, here we go. Is there a way to pay for time with an HR professional on an as-needed basis? Yes, that is a great question. Yes, if you sign up for the legal AI package, you can always work with us, and we can set up like discrete tasks for you. We have some like specific tasks that the HR professional can do, like review your handbook. And so there are ways to work with you to kind of, if you don't want to commit fully to the $200 package, there are ways to get kind of catered HR things as well. Okay. Any other questions? I'm just going to pause here. You can put them in the chat and I can answer them. Yeah. And then if you sign up for HR advisory, you can meet with your professional. Okay, great. Okay, great question here in the chat. Would you be able to improve our current documents to be compliant with each state? Yes, that is one of the things that the $200 service can do for you. Is like that $200 service, you can get an HR person to review the HR specific documents for you so that you know that you're compliant. And so that's what I would use for that. I would sign up for the, like, basically any in-person services to do that. I would sign up for the $200 package there. Okay, which package includes an employee IP contract? Nice. That is the $60 package. So the $60 package has some more in-depth employment law specific documents. Some of the documents that includes is an employment agreement that assigns the IP rights of your employees to the company. So when the employee like agrees to that employment agreement, they assign their IP rights over to the company. For your employees that have already signed up, that have already like signed to their employment agreements, we also have like a separate IP assignment agreement that's like a part. That you could have anybody sign at any time, not just in the employment agreement. So that $60 package comes with like the full breadth of like every single HR document that you could need. That's that $60 package. You get the legal AI and the employment thing. Oh, nice. Okay. Will 650 defend these documents, or is that up to our attorney? Okay, this is a great question. 650 is not your attorney. You should treat all of these documents as first drafts. These are like get you very far down the road. Now, one advantage to this is you should read through every single one of those documents just to make sure that it's not saying anything that you don't want. If you decide to have a lawyer review it, having a first draft reduces the attorney time so much. If you ask an attorney to draft something from scratch, that's difficult. If you give them a document that has already been generated and then they can like add some legal knowledge on top of it, that's going to cut down on your costs as well if you even choose to use an attorney. Okay, entertainment law agreements and contracts. Yes. Okay, nice. Yeah, you can generate a first draft of any entertainment law agreement, contract through that AI tool. So also that Ask 650 can answer any question about entertainment law. And so the breadth and scope of it, you can generate a first draft of any of those documents for entertainment law or any area of law. You can do with this tool. Okay, medical device and supply law. Sure, yes. If you just need to prompt that tool to generate a first draft of any legal document that could arise in your brain, basically. So like about any area of law in the United States, that will answer any question and generate a first draft. Now, again, I want to stress, these are first drafts. You'll want to go through. The document will, like, for example, leave some of the fields open. So to say like the contract will start on blank. You need to read through it. You need to say, actually, we're going to start the contract on September 1st. You can also add that into the prompt and it'll add it. But you'll want to review the document. It'll create a first draft, but it can create a first draft and answer questions about any area of law across the United States. Okay, any other questions? We're about at time. This is supposed to be a half an hour webinar. I'm going to share my screen again here. And let's see here. Hold on. See if I can, there we go. And give you oh my gosh, I'm frozen here. But if you're interested in buying the product, you can go to www.sixfifty.com/SurePayroll. So 650.com/SurePayroll. And you can browse the different plans and you can check out and get access today. And it'll run you through some questions. It'll start generating the documents and you can get started. So thank you very much. This is very exciting. We're so excited to roll this out to SurePayroll, and thank you for your time. Goodbye, everybody.